speech. The purpose of this project is to persuade and inspire an audience to achieve personal success. The timing on this presentation is 15 to 20 minutes. Prepare to be motivated. Please join me and welcome professional salesman, advanced communicator, bronze, Kirk Biner.
Are you ready to get motivated? Yeah. All right, what a great group I've got today. Now I need you to help me out a little bit. We're going to pretend it's New Year's Eve. And we're going to start at 5 and count backwards. 5, let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Woo! My resolution this year, I'm going to lose 10 pounds. I'm going to increase my sales by 20%. Are you? Are you going to make that resolution happen this year? Well, of course, the reality is it's not New Year's Eve. It's April 13th and Friday the 13th. I haven't lost any weight. I probably gained a couple pounds. My sales are flat. I am eating a little bit healthier. But I think what happens is when we listen to a motivational speech or speaker, we have what I call the Chinese lunch syndrome. As soon as you're done 30 minutes later, you don't remember what that person said. So what I'm going to try to help you with today is motivation. Now in the introduction it said, are you ready to be motivated? Quite honestly, I can't motivate you. It's something that you have to have mechanisms in place for you to motivate yourself. The question is, what makes you tick? What excites you? What are your priorities? These are things that will help you to motivate yourself. I first want to talk about priorities. Now there's a piece of paper, should be at every location, and it has a list of priorities. And I want to go through just a very quick exercise. Think about when you were 22 years old. On the left side of the list, I want you to write down your priorities from 1 to 6. When you were 22 or in your early 20s, write down what was the most important aspect of your life. Was it career? Was it family? Was it faith? Was it your reputation? Was it your health? Or was it what Mel's thinking about right now? Fun. Conversely, look at where you are today and look on the right side of this list, right from 1 to 6, what your priorities are. And I think what you'll see is that in your earlier years, your motivations are different. Goal setting is something that is critical, and you have to think about when you make decisions and how that affects your life. Whenever you make a decision, think about your priorities. Because the goals that you are deciding will be based on your priorities. There was something interesting. I heard a story last week about a waiter in Las Vegas. And in Las Vegas, this was the #1 restaurant in Las Vegas. And they made a lot of money, and of course they pooled the money. One of the waiters decided that he was going to be honest with his tips. And he was going to fill out his taxes and put the correct amount. Well, everybody was mad at him. But his priority was, he said, listen, I have a strong faith, and that is my most important priority. Well, everybody else was mad, because they're saying, well, we're going to cheat on our taxes. The guy said, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it. My priority and my focus and my motivation is my faith. A couple weeks later, everybody in the restaurant started picking on him. The waiters were tripping him. The chefs were sending out his food late. So he started making less and less tips. The customers were complaining about him. And his manager called him into the office. And he said, I heard what happened about the whole tax thing and how you're going to be honest, and nobody else was going to be honest. I said, yeah. He said, that's how I live, that's how I had to do it. He said, your customers are complaining about you. But there's one thing I know. This is Las Vegas. And it's very difficult to find honest people. I want to make you the manager. And not only that, you're going to manage the people that have been tripping you and treating you poorly. So think about this person stuck to his faith and his priority and what was important to him. Think about times in your life where you've made critical decisions that if you went along with the crowd, things may not have turned out as well. Think about your priorities and what is so important to you that motivates you to achieve your goals. I remember when I was a freshman in high school, I was on the 8th grade team. Out of 20 players, I was the 18th best player. So I didn't get to play much when I